large comic and graphic novel haul.
Hi, welcome to Garage Geek. After coming home from work today, I saw a really large box waiting for me. Now, I order my comics from DCBS, and I order them in advance. And recently, I've been trying to keep my spending way down. But when they don't get something, it will go to the next order. And so I got this really big haul, and I think it's from some items that were from even 4 and 5 months ago. So this is not a typical haul for me recently because I really have been trying to scale down. I just got so many. In fact, my recent hauls, they've been so small that I haven't even bothered to make haul videos. But I'm going to go through them, and I'm going to start with 2 poster books. Now, I didn't take these out, but the first poster book is a Brian Bolland, and then the second is a George Perez. I didn't take them out of these bags that they put them in, but it's pretty funny. They ship them in these Ziploc bags, which are really nice because they're protective. But these are so thick that if you put them on the shelf, they'll probably put an imprint on the book next to it. But I really like the idea of these, and I really should crack these open and show you some of the art, especially the George Perez art, because I grew up with all of this stuff, and this stuff is like near and dear to my heart. Brian Bolland, of course, he came along a bit later for me, but his artwork is really, really cool. Now, I think the earliest thing that I really remember him on is the one X-Men title that happened in England. Kitty Pryde went over to England with Captain Britain. It's escaping me. And then, of course, I'm not sure which came earlier, The Killing Joke. Brian Bolland, he did come later, but he's got a great art style. Okay, I got this really large edition of the Spider-Man Wedding album. And this collects that time, I think, in the early 90s when Peter Parker and Mary Jane got married. And anything in this giant style is appreciated. I mean, everything is just cool. Now, I do not buy Omnibuy anymore. I really try not to. But I love Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips' work, and I do not have this. So I decided to go ahead and just get the omnibus for this edition. Now, this one's going to be different for me because I'm used to them doing straight up crime, and this involves superheroes with crime, so that ought to be interesting. I got another one of these magazines from Warrant, Vampirus Carmilla, and I'm really getting these for the covers, but they have been a lot of fun to read. I got the 5th volume of The Immortal Hulk. Now, I actually have all of these in the floppies or the singles, but I love Alex Ross's work. Now, I love that recently they are doing these gorgeous wraparound covers on the actual books. But one thing that I really don't like that they do is Marvel has so many variant covers that they go ahead and sometimes they print them like this. Now, I actually bought this one because I really like the art, but I don't want to see it like this. And so that's one thing that they're doing in the deluxe editions. Like Marvel, if you're going to put out that many variant issues, you should actually print them full page or not do that many. Sometimes they have 20 or 30 covers for one issue. To me, it's a little bit out of control. The next one that I got, as I go ahead and put this away, was one I was a little bit worried about, and that was the first edition of Savage Dragon. Now, the Savage Dragon, this is one of those early Image comics by Eric Larson, and the reason I'm scared to buy anything by Image is especially the earlier stuff, not the modern stuff, but sometimes they don't publish the covers, but they had a huge section in the back with all the covers, so I was very happy about that. If I get an edition like this and it doesn't have the covers in it, I won't buy it. I don't see the point. I love the cover art, and why would I want to buy something that doesn't contain the covers? I love these end pages, by the way. So, there we go. Savage Dragon. Hold on, let me put that back on. I got a bunch of stuff by Tom King today. I got 3 of them. I don't know how I got 3 all at once. Because I don't think he made them all at once. So, I got Strange Adventures. I got Rorschach. And then I also got Batman and Catwoman. They're all by Tom King. So, looking forward to... I guess of the 3... I really want to read Rorschach, but I think Strange Adventures got a much better review. So, okay, we are almost done because I have 4 Epic collections to show you. And I buy all the Epic collections no matter what. At the beginning of the Epic collection, I missed out on some of them, and I really regret it now. She will not say no. She wants me to hold her. Okay, so this is Nana, everyone. Nana. Okay, so I got Star Wars The Rebellion, The Defenders, Day of the Defenders. Now, I'm going to be honest, this is probably one of the best Epic collections ever. I'm actually waiting for the 2nd volume. The 2nd volume is when I read around issue 21 or 23. It's when I started reading The Defenders and I fell in love with them. Those issues are still probably some of the best Marvel issues that I've ever read. Maybe it's for nostalgia. I'm not sure, but I absolutely love those. But it was a rocky start, but this is a good lead up to it. So there's The Defenders, the 1st volume. Here's a 90s volume of The Amazing Spider-Man. And I'm going to say that there's something really strange here. So I got to put Nina down for a second. This came, and if you don't know it, I don't know if you can see it, but it's shaved. The cover doesn't quite go over to the edge of the comic or the graphic novel. And that's very strange. I don't think I've ever had something like that happen before. And coincidentally or not, one of the comics I got arrived that way. This comic, the cover doesn't cover the whole comic. And that's weird. Number one, this is a $5 comic, and then the comic doesn't even go all the way to the edge. Kind of strange. Well, it also happened on this one. I didn't notice that. But on this X-Men, 90s X-Men, this is the Jim Lee era, right? Yeah, Jim Lee. This is when I started losing interest in the X-Men, actually. This one also doesn't cover. That's weird. Okay, and the final thing that I'm going to show you is the single issues of comics that I bought. Now, I trimmed way back on how many single issues I buy, and so they've really got to be good for me to buy them. And so I buy them just for the covers, the cover art. So here we have Jenny Frison, and this one is Alex. These 2 are Alex Ross. Now, I don't know what happened, but I missed issue number 1, so I need to find number 1 and number 4 to complete this Fantastic Four. I've got to have these. Absolutely. Alex Ross. All right, honey. She wants me to pick her up again. She's on the edge of the chair. She's usually not out in the garage with me, so when she comes out, she has to have all the attention. Here is a gorgeous Action Comics. I mean, that cover to me, I just love it. Here's an Alien comic. I mean, look at that. That's just gorgeous. I have no idea what this is about, but I just liked that art. This one I bought for my husband. And the final 2 are reprints. Now, I know some people are against reprints. Not me. I want them every time. I wish they would reprint all the classic comics, and I would buy them. First off, because I could never afford this. I think I already have one of these, but this one, it's just like, I think you can't really even afford this anymore. So I'm so glad that they're reprinting some of these. And then the final one I already showed you. So that is my comic book haul. Way more than I was expecting. I've got so much to read now. What caught your eye? Of all of these, which one would you buy if you had to? What art sticks out to you? Any comments you'd like to leave, it would be well appreciated. If there are any of these books that you would like to see inside of, I would not hesitate to make a video where I zoom in on the art and I go through it. So again, Nana and I want to thank you for your support.